This is Brigetta with the Get Outside and Explore Nature Challenge, and this week we're going to talk about soil. So what is soil? Soil is made up of 45% minerals, 25% water, 25% air, and the rest is organic matter, about 5%. So again, if we look at our soil here, it has holes in it, and that's where the air and the water go. So why is soil so important? So if you got up this morning and you ate some breakfast, you might have had some cereal, and the cereal comes from grains that grow in the soil. You might have added some milk, and cows will eat grass that comes from the soil. And then you might have put a cotton t-shirt on, and the cotton comes from the soil. And lastly, hopefully you brushed your teeth this morning, and water comes from our soil. Some of our wells are in the soil. So again, we're going to explore soil, and we're going to have some fun. So one activity we're going to do is look at soil life. So just take a shovel full of soil, put it in a container, and then we'll look around for things that we can see. But what's really cool is in 1 teaspoon of soil, we have thousands to millions of things we can't see. Things like bacteria and fungi. So again, get a shovel full of soil and have some fun looking for some critters. So another activity we can do is explore a particle size of soil. So there are 3 different particle sizes in soil: sand, silt, and clay. So we all know what sand feels like and how big it is. But then silt feels kind of like flour. And then clay, when we feel the particle, is kind of sticky. So if we look at this cup here and we just imagine this is our soil, the marbles would be the sand, the beads would be the silt, and the soybeans would be the clay particles. So what we can do is take a jar full of soil, shake it up, and leave it overnight. And then what we can see, this is a better jar, is that once it settles out, we see this light layer. That could be our clay layer. The smaller particles are on the top, and our sand particles would be towards the bottom, and our silt. That kind of gives us an idea of how much sand, silt, and clay is in our soil. The other thing we can do is a field test. So we just take a little bit of soil, put it in our hands, then we get a water bottle, and then we feel the soil. So this is what soil scientists do to figure out how much sand, silt, and clay is in the soil. So you can feel the sand, the clay would be the sticky part, and kind of get a percentage of how much sand, silt, and clay is in your soil. So the last activity you can do before you put your soil away is just do some fingerprint or thumbprint animals. So just get a little bit of your soil wet, stick your finger in there, and then make a print. So I just made some butterflies and a cat. You can go online and find all kind of animal prints. So again, have some fun before you put your soil back where you found it. So this week's challenge is to, again, look at soil. So get a container full of soil, look through it and see how much soil life you can find in the soil. Look at the particle size by doing the shake test and the feel test. And then lastly, just do the thumbprint activity. So you have some fun looking at soil, and you have a great day. Nuggie thinking my props are food.